I have been failing. I want to make this video because I'm trying to highlight some of the areas that I'm really struggling with currently in my life and kind of venting them out onto a more public scale. And the reason I want to do that is because I want to hold myself accountable into a higher light so that I'm able to actually hold myself to wanting to change. So what exactly have I been personally struggling with? The number one struggle that I'm dealing with right now and that I have been dealing with for many years of my life now is a pornography addiction. And yes, it is an addiction because every time I seem to want to stop the habit or try to abstain from it, I can't seem to bring myself to do so. Now, immediately, me saying that out loud can bring some controversy. I am aware that many people don't view porn as an addiction or as a problem, and it's kind of something that's been normalized and everybody kind of just does it nowadays. However, for me personally, I've noticed that it has taken a lot of my time, energy, attention, and my motivation to actually get anything done in my life. And it's really holding me back from becoming the best version of myself that I can possibly be. You may not relate to me, maybe you do relate to me, I'm not sure. I'm just telling you personally what I have been struggling with. I've noticed through many of my bouts with pornography that once I stop watching pornography, I actually feel a lot better and I feel more confident in myself, and I've noticed that it affects my daily life far more than one would think. It's taking away my confidence in myself, making me doubt myself and my own abilities. I'm not having very much energy to actually do any work or strive for any kind of goals that I have in my life. And also it just makes me feel disgusting on the inside, and it doesn't really help me in fulfilling what I really want to do or accomplish. Like, for example, this YouTube channel. I've noticed that I don't really have time nor energy to make videos like this, or any videos, just because of the fact that I'm so caught up in watching sexual content and kind of overstimulating my brain to the point where I don't see the point in striving to my goals anymore, and I don't feel like it, and I never want to, and I just lack the motivation and willpower to do so. So I've been struggling with pornography, and it seems that whenever I try to stop, I can go a little while and then I end up falling right back off the wagon, and it feels like I really haven't made any progress. It feels like I'm kind of back at square one every couple weeks or so. It feels like that every time I binge and kind of give up on myself, it feels like I'm not making any kind of progress as to who I really want to be in my life. And it has caused me a lot of struggles, mentally as well as relationship-wise. I find it very difficult to be social and build healthy relationships with anybody. It doesn't have to be romantically, simply because of the fact that I'm watching pornography as frequently as I do. Again, the reason I'm putting myself on blast this way, guys, is because ultimately I am trying to change and I want to become better. And I think that by me exposing who I am to myself, no matter who really watches this, it doesn't matter who watches this, me exposing my problems out in the open, it allows me to vent and bring light to them. And at the end of the day, there's not going to be as much shame associated with it because I'm trying to take the active steps in order to change myself and change my life. Another thing that I have been struggling with recently has been financial struggles. The pornography actually falls hand in hand with the financial struggles. One of them being I have paid for different types of pornography before, and there has been times where I've had literally no money, and I haven't been getting my paycheck until like 2 weeks later, and it's been a struggle, and it's something that I want to bring light to because I don't want to live that way anymore. And there's been times where I've struggled to even eat, or I've been afraid to kind of ask anyone around me for help just because I feel that I feel so ashamed of myself and like the situation that I put myself into. And that may be something that a lot of you can relate with if you're watching this, and you can kind of get that grasp on what you've been dealing with. I've been on this self-improvement journey for a while of just trying to better myself, and while I feel like I've made some progress, at the end of the day, I end up broke. I end up with no energy. I end up with no sort of stable, healthy relationships around me with anyone. And I feel like I'm almost not making any progress at all when it comes to my mental health. And that's really the struggle with the self-improvement kind of area of my life that I'm trying to get better at. It almost feels like I'm focusing on it so much to the point that I'm going backwards in a sense. Stress is obviously a big contributor to many things in our lives. Stress can be, there's healthy stress and there's unhealthy stress. Some healthy stressors can be something that kind of gets you uncomfortable to the point where you're willing to make a change. And then you have unhealthy stressors, like for example, for me, for my financial issues, I've noticed that it's just every day is hard for me. Like I just wake up and feel absolutely miserable. I don't feel happy to be living the life that I am. And it's tough because I want to be happy to live the life that I am living. And I want to live a fulfilling life and become the character that I ultimately feel that I'm made to be. And again, that's the reason that I'm bringing these issues to light, because this video isn't even necessarily for all of you guys. This is almost just for me to go back on and look at the struggles that I've faced and kind of give myself the fuel, the motivation, the fire to want to change, and remember that if I'm in a bad place and that I want to kind of go back to those old patterns and routines that weren't serving me before, this can kind of be there as a reminder to stay strong and always follow the path of change and righteousness. And that's ultimately my goal with this video. I have been dealing with self-doubt for it feels like the longest time in my life, ever since I was younger, and that can be a multitude of different reasons. I could blame some of it on myself. I could blame some of it from where I came from, the way I was raised, the way I grew up. But that's not really what this video is about. I really want to highlight self-doubt and why it is that there's some kind of clicking going on. I'm not sure what that is. Why it is that I am doubting my own ability so much. I've noticed that I just lack confidence in myself for many things that I do. And it's hard because a lot of people look at me and they might think that I'd have no reason to not be confident just because of the way I look, the way I speak, the way I make content like this. I shouldn't struggle with confidence, but in reality, at the end of the day, I really do. And it's something that I've been trying to build for, again, years now. And it just always feels like I'm going backwards, or I'm not making progress as fast or as quickly as I'd want to. I struggle going outside sometimes and just seeing other people because I feel so shameful in myself, and I feel afraid of others. I feel almost not worthy of others' time. And that's not some way I want to feel for my future. I struggle maintaining relationships with people because I just don't feel confident in myself to do so. And that's not something that I want if I want to someday raise a family. It's not something that I want if I want to really just go out and reach all those goals that I want to reach. I have many goals, and I think a lot of us have goals, but most of the time the things that are holding us back are us and our belief in ourselves, our self-doubt, and we doubt our own ability all the time, and that we think that we can't do something when in reality we have the capacity to do it. It's all in your mind and mind over matter. 9 times out of 10 you can do it, even if you think you can. You can put in the work and the time and the effort and the ability, and you will get the job done. And that's what I'm trying to do, not only with this video but with any video I make, anything I do in my life. I want to give 100%, because I know deep down that I can do it. But I'm not trying to prove it to anybody else out there. I'm not trying to prove it to you. I'm just trying to prove it to myself. And I think this video is going to be the catalyst to help me do so. With all that being said, I don't want to make this video too long or ramble too far, because don't want to make it too long of a video. This is more of a serious topic, and probably not a video that I'll promote on my story a whole bunch or anything like that. Again, this is kind of just a video for me personally. Anybody out there struggling currently right now, they feel like they're kind of failing in life, not reaching the goals they want to reach. I'm going to go on record right now Doesn't matter who's watching this. I don't care if this has 1 view. I don't care if this has 1 billion views. I'm going to go on record right now and make a promise to myself and promise to commit to change 100%. I will no longer go back to the old ways that don't serve me. I will no longer waste my potential. I will no longer waste my energy, and I will no longer waste my time on things that aren't good for me anymore. And I feel like I've done it for too long, and I feel like I've doubted myself for too long. I feel like I've held myself back for too long. But as of today, in this moment, today is day 1 of me finally believing in myself. And is every day going to be easy? Hell no. But today's going to be the day that I try to turn my life around. But of all the times that I've tried over and over again to turn my life around, and I kept telling myself that this would be the time, that would be the time, this will be the time that I change everything for myself. And I'm going to go on record right now and say today is the day that marks the beginning of a new chapter in my life. And I'm going to seize everything that I want with 100% of my energy, ability, and I'm going to do the best I can to become more confident, stronger in every single area of my life. And I am not going back to the way that I used to be. I'm not going back to skipping out on videos. I'm not going back to skipping out on my workouts. I'm not going back to not knowing who I am or who I want to be in the future. I'm not going back to wasting time on people that don't help me, that don't support me. I'm not going back to hating myself, and I'm not going back to not wanting to live the life that I have. I won't go back to that. And I don't think that anybody out there right now that is watching this and taking full note of what I'm saying, I don't think you should either. Today should mark the day that you change your life and turn it around for yourself. Maybe your life is fine right now. Maybe you're not getting anything from this video. But you know what? You can always do better. Everybody can do better. I will never be perfect, but I'm going to damn near get as close as I fucking can. Excuse my French. Today's the day that I changed my life. Well, I guess I can't change it in one day, but today's the day that I begin to turn it around. And you're going to see a lot more consistent uploads. Maybe not a video in this format where I'm talking about my struggles with life, but again, this video is for me, and this video is going to go out to promise myself, ultimately. I'm going to put myself on blast 100%. I'm not watching porn anymore. I'm not wasting money anymore. I'm not wasting time anymore. I'm not wasting energy anymore. I'm not going to lay around here and waste my potential, because life is too short for that. And it is what it is. So, like I said, today's going to be the day. Today's day 1, and I believe for anybody watching this, this is your sign. If you've made it this far in this video, this is your sign as well, that today is day 1, and this is your time to change your life. And you need to start believing in yourself, because that's what I'm about to start doing, and I'm not going back from here. I'm going all the way to the top, and the only time I'm ever going to look back is to see how much progress I've made, and that's it. And I put all of that on God.